You're supposed to chant with me. You forgot it. Okay. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvi Navadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Good evening. Please see page number 44 for today's quote. The last quote in the page. Very bold words of Swami Vivekananda. All his message is full of positive vibes, full of power and energy. Vivekananda quotes are like power capsules to the mind. The earth is enjoyed by heroes. This is the unfailing truth. Be a hero. Always say, I have no fear. Tell this to everybody. Have no fear. Fear is death. Fear is sin. Fear is hell. Fear is unrighteousness. Fear is wrong life. All the negative thoughts and ideas that are in this world have proceeded from this evil spirit of fear. Swamiji says if there is any message that is coming to us from the Upanishads, that is this, the message of fearlessness. Abhi, be fearless, be fearless. Swamiji says if you can be fearless, 100% if you become fearless, you will experience heaven here on this earth itself. Fearlessness brings heaven to you on this earth itself. So most of the times if we analyze our minds, if for human beings, the fear is because of excessive imagination, wrong imagination. Thing has not really happened to us, but we imagine. Because God has given us the faculty of imagination. Most of us do not know how to train it. Okay? How to train it so that it works in our favor, this faculty of imagination. What might happen in future? Will I become successful? What will happen tomorrow? Let the tomorrow come. You have to tell the mind that when the situation arises, I will deal with it. Don't cause this panic and fear in me by imagining a negative way. You have to tell this to your mind. But mind is so fast, so swift. We don't pay any attention to it, but it defeats us. Nothing else, no other external agency defeats you. It's your own mind, because your own negative imagination. Most of our fears, very few of our fears are genuine, real fears. 80 to 90% of our fears are unfounded, baseless, hypothetical, imaginary. Imaginary fears. What might happen tomorrow? Will I become successful? So this constantly goes on and we spoil the present. So it's always important that you check this wrong imagination, you pay some attention to your mind. What the faculty of imagination is doing. You have to look into yourself. And if there is any negative imagination and you sense it, then actually counter it with positive imagination. Why do I need to imagine in this way only? Why can't I imagine that everything is going to happen in the right manner? You counter it, you check it, and learn to imagine in a positive way. Okay, then the fear will get checked. And why actually we suffer this negative emotion? Always it is because of fear of losing something. The fear comes because you perceive that you might lose something, right? Just analyze what is the ultimate thing that we are going to lose? The body, right? Is there anything more precious and more valuable than life itself? Is there anything more precious than body? Nothing is more precious than body. But one day we'll have to part with this also, right? Right? Let us reconcile to the ultimate fact of life. One day we have to part with the body also. We can't be here forever. There is something like death. That is the ultimate thing that we will lose one day. But you need to understand what our scripture says. You are eternal, you are immortal, you are not the body. Upanishad says that. Amrutasya putraha, a child of immortal bliss. That's how they describe man. That's how they describe human being. I know you are new to this language because you have not been exposed to any of the great thought of this country or this civilization. Okay? Amrutasya putraha. You are immortal. You are eternal. You are the infinite. You are not this physical body. You are not this mind. Why fear? When you are immortal, you are infinite already. Only thing is we don't have that awareness. So we have identified with the body. That's why the fear comes that I might lose things. So this fear is always because of imagination, wrong imagination, and that fear of losing something. Anyway, because you cannot even hold on to the body, then why should I fear anything in the world? That's why Swami says fear is wrong life. All the evil that you see in the world, okay, that has proceeded from this evil spirit of fear. If somebody has acted in a negative way, some violence somewhere, all this is, if you just go and analyze the subconscious mind of the individual, some fear actually has taken possession of that individual, and the action is just the outcome of that fear. We only see the action, external action, but the action happened in that particular manner because of the fear that the individual has harbored. That's why Swami says fear is wrong life, fear is unrighteousness, fear is sin, fear is hell here. It brings hell here. So it's always important that you make yourself fearless. And Mahatma Gandhi also says when it comes to the question of practicing non-violence, only a fearless man can practice non-violence. Only a fearless man or woman can love others. Okay? So this fearlessness is a great virtue. If at all you have to fear something, fear unrighteousness, fear unrighteousness, fear dishonesty, fear untruth. These are the things that you need to fear. So today people, they don't fear this dishonesty. That's why there's so much of corruption, right? The things that we really need to fear, that we don't fear. But we imagine something, that something might happen in future, something might happen tomorrow. All kinds of wrong and negative imagination. You need to put a check to that kind of wrong and negative imagination. Then you will become more productive. You'll become more efficient at work. So how much we pay, okay, how much we suffer in life because there's a wrong imagination. Most of us, we don't even look into our minds. That's why we don't quantify it. So it's always important to remain fearless. That's why Swamiji says the earth is enjoyed by heroes. Be a hero. Who is a hero? An individual who is fearless is a hero. He or she. Okay? Thank you. Nice evening.